Alright guys, you're not gonna believe where I'm at. I'm in Tacoma, checking out the Tacoma half price books. I don't come here often. In fact, this is my second time ever to this location because I just got finished doing a Craigslist haul. What's up guys, welcome back to another exciting comic book haul. This is episode number 140. So without further ado, let's get it started. I hope everybody's well. These comics I got from a local comic book store. I think they're like 25 of these for $10. So let's start off with Dark Horse Comics, The Mask Strikes Back. I heard Mask is trying to make a comeback. Strike back. Who knows? If you haven't seen the Jim Carrey one, I suggest it because it is pretty fun to watch. And Jim Carrey is also making a comeback. Power Pachyderms. Now I decided to get this because it's just off-end, you know? Something that you don't see too often anymore from Marvel Comics. They had a lot of fun back in the 90s or even late 80s, it's 1989. Warning, any similarity between this book and the X-Men is probably just a cheap commercial ploy. So you have these pachyderms. I keep on saying Pachymer. Fighting against Magneto, right? These are, hey, who knows? These could be collector's items. Because these are rarity indeed. I highly doubt they print out many issues of these. And it also happens to be a newsstand edition. King and Lynch. Oh, I used to be a big fan of these, or the King and Lynch video games. I finished King and Lynch, I think it was 3 now. That was a hot game. If you guys are a big fan of PlayStation 3 games, go check out King and Lynch. First explosive issue. Look at that. Kid and Play. Slamming first issue. Ah, yes. Another one of these 90s hip-hop groups. Kid and Play. Kabam! How many? I've never even seen these before. I didn't even know these existed. I know it's now called WWE. Is it because WWF and WCW combined together to form WWE? I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Who is this guy? Unbelievable Wrestling Excitement, Paul E. Dangerously. Is that him? Who is that? Cactus Jack? And here's number 8. We got Sting versus, I don't know who that is. Back then, you know, when they used to hit people with chairs, I guess. Do they still do that anymore? WCW number 9. You got the Steiner Brothers are cruising for a bruising. Pretty muscular for back then, but now these guys are just huge, a lot bigger. I'm talking about back then it was like people like 6 feet to 6'2". Now you have 6'5" to like 7 feet. Ridiculous size. This must be a classic, guy. This must be a classic. Number 11 with Sting, which traditional, you know, the facial painting, the War of Words, plus the final showdown between Sting and the Ghoul. I have no idea who the Ghoul is. Brute Force number 1. Check it out. Check it out in the newsstand edition. The Animal Kingdom joins the fight to save planet Earth. Decided to get 2 of these because these are definitely hard to find considering it was back in the 1990s. Also limited series too. Oh wow, look at all these old Dark Hawk comics. Maybe I'll find a cute one. I heard Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles making a comeback. Hopefully, Savage Dragon will also have a good chance of hitting it big, maybe, because this one features a team up between Savage Dragon and first I want to say Ghostman, Madman. That's his name, Madman. That's it. Yeah, the Dragon versus Madman. Image Comics. Some of these earlier on issues, by the way, Savage Dragon, it is still continuation of it. They're still producing it somewhere around that range in the lower hundreds. It's hard to find Savage Dragon. Similarly for Spawn. Journey into Mystery #1. I think this features the first appearance of... Oh, it's the origin of Krakoa. Savage Dragon #22 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, those earlier on issues with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are hot right now. Not as hot as Mandalorian Star Wars comics, but they are coming up. They are coming up, guys. Trust me on that. And you know I'm a big fan of Todd McFarlane art. Gotta hit up all his covers. Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man and the Angel, #228. Look how beautiful this cover is. McFarlane just have a special style of art that stood out when I was a young boy. When I saw his art, I bought all his comics solely because of his art. And I used to own all those issues of main Spider-Man, like 295, something like to 200, 320. But I sold it all because the comic book store gypped me. I didn't know the value of the first appearance of Venom and McFarlane art. Man, I wish I could get it all back. If I go back in time, I would not trade it at all. Here's Marvel Age #90, another beautiful McFarlane art. Nobody draws Spider-Man better than Todd McFarlane. We have, what's this right here? This must be a variant cover edition. Image Comics. Rising Stars is a black and white edition. Perhaps 1 in 50, something like that. Rock and Roll Comics, yes sir. Similarly with the WCW Wrestling Comics, we have Rock and Roll Comics. This time featuring New Kids on the Block, the very first boy band. And then it became, was it NSYNC? And then Backstreet Boys, right? Wow. At least I grabbed 2 of these. Yes sir, yes sir. And I'm also collecting these sports superstars. This one featuring Shaq O'Neal and Christian Laettner. You don't see these too often, do you? Check this bad boy out. This is The Legends of Nascar, starring Ken Schrader. I don't know who Ken Schrader is, but I'm pretty sure he's a legend of NASCAR. Look at this. Wow. Okay, usually you have an ad on the back. I don't even know who the publishing group is. Who is this? This one is, I can barely read it. Vortex Comics? Why would you put your name such small letters? Oh, I didn't know I grabbed 3 of these. Okay, so I have triples of that. Oh, by the way, make sure you check out my eBay store, J_Rule. I have a lot of comic book sets. Hit me up any price. You know I'll give you guys a great deal on it. Rock and Roll Comics, we got the Rolling Stones. Yes, this one, it's a beautiful cover, Rolling Stones. One of the top 10 rock and roll groups of all time, I believe. Conan versus Rune, Barry Windsor Smith art. Look how distinctive it is. He draws it like a gory type, dreamy, gory, style of art. I love when artists have their own distinctive style. McFarlane, Jim Lee, Wish Pattasio, Rob Liefeld, even though he's not one of my favorites. Barry Windsor Smith, John Romita Jr. Here we have Necroscope. I'm also collecting these horror comics, and who knows, they might be making a new show of that. Necroscope. Brian Lumley's. I was going to say Clive Barker. Necroscope. Look at this one. Anything Jason Comics, Leatherface, Friday the 13th are hot right now. for even Freddy Krueger. So with this one, we have Jason versus Leatherface #2. Back then when Topps was making baseball cards and also starting printing out comic books. Check this out. Look at this bad boy. Pinhead. I heard Pinhead is supposed to have his own show. And I used to own the first appearance of Pinhead with Clive Barker Hellraiser, but I sold that on eBay. Alright, so we got 2 of these Pinhead metallic foil covers. Beautiful right there. And speaking of Pinhead, why not grab more that's related to him? We got Pinhead vs. Martial Law, Law in Hell, with a special foil metallic cover right there. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. And, oh, that was #2, and here's #1. This is the red blood foil cover. Look at that. Speaking of horror comics, not even Halloween yet, we have Fright Night. Yes, sir. I think I grabbed one of each that I could find. That's Fright Night #17. What's up with the UPC code? There's no UPC code. Does that mean it's a direct edition back then? And here's #16. I imagine that's direct edition. That's how they did it back then. But if that's no code, then what about this one? I'm so confused right now. Pretty sure that's direct edition. Somebody hit me up in comic sessions to school me or something. Here's #11. Oh, I thought that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fright Night kind of, what's that like? I was gonna say Twilight Zone. Is Fright Night similar to Twilight Zone, where each episode have this different scenario, different monster? Here's Fright Night Part 2. Oh yeah, so this one has a special wraparound cover featuring the adaptation of the film Fright Night 2 that came out in 1988. I don't think I finished watching Fright Night 1. I can't say it was all that great. Maybe that's why I didn't finish it. Now, it's so hard to find Star Wars comics right now without being charred an arm and a leg. So this one is Star Wars Agent of the Empire, Iron Eclipse Part 2. And this one is a direct edition right here. Jahan Cross. Kind of looks more like a James Bond, you know. I think that's the theme they were going with. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic #1. This gotta be a key issue, right? A Jedi caught in the Mandalorian Wars. So it definitely talks about Mandalorians and, you know, the a Jedi. So perhaps it will somehow be related into the upcoming films. Spawn is so hard to find right now, and this is a newsstand edition. Look at this. McFarlane and Capullo joined cover art #98. Okay, now we're going to get into some key issues. Uncanny X-Men 478. This features the first appearance of Corvus Rookshire. Don't know that much about him. I guess he's a new mutant. And here's #529, featuring the first appearance of Primo. Got the White Queen on the cover and the Kitty Pryde, Sebastian Shaw. And this one is #527, you know, Namor and the White Queen. And this one features the first appearance of Velocidad. And this I get 2 of these, I don't know why. 526, 526. These are direct editions, featuring the first appearance of Transonic, another new mutant character that they discovered throughout the journey. Here's number 528, featuring the first appearance of Oya Ide Okonkwo. So that's definitely an African name, so African teenager with special powers that they discovered. Now I really like this cover right here, featuring the Brood, first appearance of Brew. I guess that's Brew. Is it a guy or a girl? Kind of hard to tell. By the way, how are you guys liking that background light, LED light? I hope you guys enjoy that. And I did take note, you guys didn't want any glare. I think this one works out the best without the strobe effect, you know, gradually fading lights. Yeah, All right, so Earth 2, number 24. This one features the first appearance, oh, not the first appearance, but Velzad early appearance. He appears in a costume in the final pages. So like a cameo, perhaps? Invincible Iron Man, number 64. I don't know why they print out two numbers. It's so confusing. This one, as you can see, Iron Man is fighting Thor. The very first appearance of the Thor Buster armor right there that we saw in the movie, I think. Was it Endgame? All right, so Green Lantern number 10, featuring the first appearance of Phantom Lantern. That's the Phantom Lantern right there. But this one is Emanuela Lupacchino variant cover, so it makes it harder to find. So lucky to find this, guys. Oh, first appearance of Mongo's sister. Pick it out from the bunch. This is Superman number 170, featuring the first appearance of Mongul, the sister of Mongul. And lastly, we have a Star Wars Adventures variant cover. Oh, what is this right here? Star Wars Adventures Comics Dungeon. Wow, variant cover. Never seen this before. Made by Comics Dungeon, which is a store, comic book store, which is now bankrupt or defunct. No thanks to the pandemic. So that's from IDW, Star Wars number 1. Definitely a low print one. I'm so happy finding these just hard to find comics, guys. Sometimes you just have to get lucky or just spend your time searching. And I wish everybody best of luck. Stay safe out there. Happy collecting.